Kodiak is the second largest island in the U.S. at nearly 3,600 square miles. It's also home of a well-managed and growing population of Kodiak brown bears. In May of 2016, we booked a trip with Rogue Expeditions to hunt bears on the native Lesnoi lands in the Kodiak Road System hunting area.
I'm a dark island. I'm the sky at the back of the bay. I'm an ocean. Wanna go where the weeds grow. Wanna climb up your coast and it shows. I'm an ocean. There's no mistaking the lighthouse. All the guides when you're coming or leaving. You're a beacon. You show us a bonfire. Instead of talking that you're leaving or loving, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Day one of our Kodiak bear hunt. We've seen one boar so far, and it's about midday. Got a lot of day left to glass and find a shooter bear. So start looking around, glassing all these mountains and see what we can find. So we hiked up this mountain last week. They killed a bear in here, and what's left of the carcass is over there. We pulled up and there was 25 eagles on it, and there's eagles all over this ridge and ravens, so it looks like the birds have about cleaned that carcass up, and there's no sign that a bear's tried to bury it or anything, so I guess it was worth the hike up to check it out, but we're gonna glass this other ridge until dark and see if we can spot something else. Got a couple more bears. So it's day 2 here on Kodiak. We spotted a couple bears right at dark last night, and We're back here first thing in the morning looking for them. No luck yet. I found some deer, but it's a nice crisp morning. Hopefully we find them. So we located the 2 bears we found last night right at dark, and one of them, I think it's the sow, she showed herself for just a few seconds and laid back down, but we can tell both of them are up there. We're just kind of waiting for them to stand up and see if we can figure out how big they are, if he's a shooter or not, and then figure out what the wind is doing and make our way up there.
When it pops up with this weird wind, like, it's gonna be go time, like, shoot it right now. Yeah. We're not gonna get up there and have an hour of glassing and eating or whatever, because this wind just sucks. It's all over the place. And they're right on that pinnacle. I mean, once you get up there, you think like, oh, I'd love to look on that side, and it's just solid, like, gradual away from you alders. Like, there's no real vantage point. Like, if they bolt left, like, you'll never get a shot at them.
From this point over here?
From that point to the rock.
As when he got his words to a most high God, like a feather from his mouth, a feather to the ground, and he dyed his hair black to keep his name. Cigarettes and booze and the glory of fame. Cigarettes and booze and the glory. So he was only one man to roads and woods. He would travel both and he wished he could. But he dined at the table of saintly men and caught a taste of the wine he might try again. A taste of the wine he might try again. He had a river flowing at his side. There was nothing gonna let him on by. So he shivered down to the bone in fear and inundated his memorial stones. Taste of the water, but not the tide. They had a river flowing at his side.
From within 200 yards of the bears, it became apparent that what we thought was a boar and a sow was actually a sow and an older cub. Along with not being what we were looking for, game regulations are strict on what bears can and cannot be taken by hunters. Our search would continue.
Like David if they could. Oh, and they would do the right thing like we all know they should. But even the king was not that good.
The days in Alaska are long in May, and long days mean long hours sitting behind glass, a test of any hunter's patience. The longer you look, the more you see things that aren't there. Every slight movement in the dense alders, every rock, every brown shrub takes on the qualities of the boar you're there to hunt. until finally one of those rocks takes a few steps, removing all delusions from your mind, and your heart stops momentarily with a surge of adrenaline. It's a pretty awesome place. I don't know if you can see the mountains behind me there, but it's a cool place we're in. We've got this really big country to look over, and even though the bears may seem big, they look tiny across the canyons. So we went to the top of another mountain about midday, and we glassed a bear, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. And now I'm guessing we're 1,000 yards from him, and we're pretty sure he's bedded in these alders.
Over here and climbed way higher than we're planning on, and then look down to see if we can see him through the alders, and then get to that closer spot to make sure. I'd almost say we should get real high and stay there till we see him, then drop down on him. Another one in.
We just shot a bear. The nature of the hunt takes you places others will never see, to locations you can't access by trails or even backcountry roads. Places that are still truly wild. In these places, you find animals that exist in the brutal reality of the natural world, where every day the will to survive remains, and danger lurks in every snap of the salmon berry. It's that natural world that we have largely removed ourselves from, and just being there is as good a reason to hunt as any.
Guard hairs on him. You see those guard hairs hanging off him? Look like 7 inches long.
The Kodiak brown bear is perhaps the most well-studied and managed game animal on the planet, and hunting plays an important role in sustaining a healthy population of brown bears on the island. By selectively harvesting large, mature boars, we help the survival of the next generation of young cubs, who are just as likely to be killed by another bear within the first 2 years of their life as they are to be killed by a human with a gun and all the remainder of it.